And hello. Last time we had made it to fall of year 2 and we were rocketing through our little enterprise. Tomorrow's Elliot's birthday. Josie. View from the windows in Sprite? I think so. I think it's a lovely placement. Makes no sense spatially because of how the game works, but you know, it's alright. Hey, Mal. Oop. How's it going? Alright. Going well, that's good. At the moment, we're just cleaning up things and getting started. As you probably saw with the announcement, we're going to be doing the duality of Jack today, which is just going to be fucking Stardew and then Subnautica to stress me the fuck out again. But it'll be a good time. It'll be fun, I'm sure. If we're really lucky, we might even get to completely finish Subnautica below zero. Got a fair checklist of things to take care of, but we shall see. Got plenty of crops here. Let's just stack whatever. See what comes up. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Sell this stuff and like half of those. Alright. Should take the cinder shards, make sure they're in this chest. We are a little down on money. What I bought, aside from a few recipes, was nearly 2,000 pumpkin seeds. So that's what I bought, and I will need. Oh, and I bought a lot of wood in order to try and get more kegs going. So let's see how the second shed is doing as far as space. Pretty good. So you can see that the second shed is like a fair amount higher. Buying wood saves a considerable amount of time, and in that time you can do a lot. The downside is that right now, because I crafted so many kegs, I'm short on iron, actually. I also bought a ton of coal. So we'll smelt this up, but we're probably going to need to dip even more so into our funds to try and get the amount of iron we need, because I was going to be making sprinklers to fill out our island farm. And while I could go for iridium, this is just faster. Good. 300 ought to do. And then at some point, once we've started to stabilize as far as, hey, we've got kegs everywhere, we've got, you know, tons of money rolling in, I want to try and get something going, at least in regards to warps back and forth between farm and island. So that's also on the docket. To that end, we're at least going to go take a look at the wizard. Because if what Pixel told me is true, his book should now have something like a warp totem island or something. Oh, hi, Penny. We did also max out Penny for 8 stars. Perfect time to shut up. Why are you guys eating in the rain? I mean, I get it. Is that... I mean, it looks lovely. Looks like you've got, like, ribs or hors d'oeuvres and cookies and tea, but... I do know all about life in the country, I guess. Gotta be your guest speaker. Yeah, everything's soggy. I guess. I'll say I'd love to. Jath, Vincent, may I have your attention, please? A very special guest here to talk to you today, our very own local farmer, Jack. First-hand experience living in the countryside, so he knows all about the valley's natural resources. Can anyone tell me what a natural resource is? Jas? It's a material source of wealth that occurs in a natural state and has economic value. Very good. We're 2 star points, Jas. Alright, now let's give Jack our full attention. Oh god. It's about gathering from the wild. I guess all of this is true. Sure, Jack, are you gonna marry Miss Penny? That's not an appropriate question. Behave yourself or I'll have to take away all your star points for the day. I will answer the question all the same. I'm already married, so no, I will not. Because that would cause many complications. It's not that you aren't lovely, Penny. You are. It is a lot of work to take care of those 2 kids. Would you ever want to be a parent? I mean, I'm already a parent. I already have a child. Well, I mean, maybe the kids had a great time. You know what? The kids probably had a great time. Let's not knock that, but even still, it's just an odd question. An odd series of questions based on the fact that this star event happened after I was already married. Alright. Let's take a look in your book, wizard. Junimo Hut. Earth obelisks, that's 500k. Otherwise, like, I'll be able to get enough iridium from Skull Cavern, so that's not an issue. 500k, 5 and 10 of each, which I do have. 1 million just for the desert. That's a lot. I do have the coconut and the cactus. It's just an excess of iridium. Here we go. 1 million to Ginger Island. So, iridium, dragon tooth, and banana. Also the gold clock. Okay. So, I need, like, about 15 million, period. Not to mention all material costs and everything else like that, so there's gonna be a lot. And while I could chop down trees for wood, yeah, the wizard is, like, the magic is converting gold. That's what it is. It's alchemy, but instead of turning things into gold, it's just turn gold into poverty. Alright, so a bunch of these are done right on time. Quite thankful I managed to get like this much of a setup as far as that's concerned. We actually need to refine some quartz. That's kind of surprising. But at the very least, this gets me 15 quality sprinklers, which will help begin the process. And it's still early enough to plant pumpkin seeds here, so we will fill in with that. I don't know if they intend for the scepter to kind of be your warp home as far as that's concerned, but I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I don't think we'll manage to make it to the island today, so I think instead the course of action is just going to be like go to Skull Caverns and remember to bring explosives. Make the rest of these, all the gold and that into explosives. So lots of mega bombs because we have so much essence that it only takes gold ore to craft them. It's probably a dangerous precedent to set, but flower for desert girl, thank you. You're amazing. And she does need one. Just any iridium star quality will do. Alright. Let's head out. And at the very least, we do have some buffs in regards to our Galaxy Sword. We've at least enchanted it once with a ruby and gotten an enchantment with Bug Killer. So, it has at least been enhanced a little bit. Probably 2 more weeks for her in the desert. Well, you'd be surprised because I think her birthday is coming up soon. Guy in the back, exclusive club. Yeah, she's telling us about the Key Club. Yeah, I don't recall when specifically, but I feel like her birthday is in the summer season. But we're just gonna make sure we're hitting all the foraging spots because we need that gold placard. Ever get marble? Fucking nope. But to be fair, my focus has shifted away from marble in large part because I haven't been getting more geodes. The island is actually not a great place for geodes, so in all honesty, no more has been attempted, thus no more has been achieved. Trust me, if I get marble, I'll be fucking hooping and hollering for joy, because that means that all Omni Geodes like this one could just be converted straight to artifact troves. Do we have enough for a staircase. We do not. It's only floor 2. I'm actually... Well, if anything could have convinced me, it's the fact that that just dropped 4 iridium ore. Alright, you fucking slimes. You got me. I was about to reload the floor and just not do it. Which honestly might have been the better choice, but bribe me with 4 iridium ore and the chance to get more. I'm there. I need to remember to do a smelting run of quartz when I get back home. Have that resolve itself overnight. Alright. Pop a bomb there. Interesting, it bounced the explosion around a wall. Physics. How do they work? Well, at least there's more rubies for my sword, so there's that. Let's see what's in here. More rubies and bones. And a bit of gold. This is a mistake. I don't know how I managed to outrun the detonation, but I did. Also, this should be reordered by a fair degree. That's better. Huh. Glad I kept going. And we're out of here. Still no stone. If you want rubies, why not make one of your gen... copiers to ruby. Diamonds are the best option for that. Rubies, I just happen to know are an attack bonus. But when trying to copy anything, it's much easier to find rubies in the mine than it is to find diamonds. So, it's a better value time proposition, whatever you want to call it. Just gotta watch the health. Jesus. I know I have 2 of them, it's just that the only reason I haven't maxed out my damage is because I haven't brought enough rubies. I have enough to, like, because you can only forge it 3 times, it looks like. And granted, I just did the ruby because Pixel told me, hey, this increases your attack damage. I'm like, oh, that's great. I don't know what any of the other ones do because I haven't even looked, but I have a whole fucking 15 floors, Jesus. I have a whole collection of gems in a chest. Just sitting over there doing not much. But I'm still happy to find rubies and emeralds alongside diamonds at any rate. Because they're the second most worthwhile gem. I think they're like 350 or 750 respectively. Yeah, they're literally just in a box looking pretty. That's about it. At least I'm getting some Omni Geodes out of this whole affair, but it's still taking a while to find the exit. Though after falling like 30 plus floors, I guess I really shouldn't be complaining, huh? God damn. Should I be eating... Yeah, I should be eating this spicy eel just to try and bunce my luck up a little bit. As well as, obviously, heal and speed up, but... It's getting a touch unlucky. What the heck, man? Give me the exit, please. There it is. Jesus. Overrun. It's one disappointment after another today. And that was a Monster Slayer award for the Crabos. Please, I managed to slip by that. Yep, give me your things. If only every inch was overrun with iridium crabs. I know, right? That'd be incredible. Just boom, the whole floor. Well, actually, funnily enough, it isn't breaking their shell which gives you the iridium. It's actually killing the crab underneath that does the job. Which is kind of strange, right? Like, you would figure breaking their shell would just give you some iridium, and then maybe killing them give you a little more. But nope, it's just all of it is retained in the bloodstream. AKA, iridium is stored in the balls. There's a shaft down. I would like to at least collect what's close before I hop in. Sap can go. Alright, down we go. Fell down 5. That's a crab. Oh, I left the crab cakes. Yeah, I'm just gonna convert that to money. The energy benefit is of no use to me. I'm gonna lay... Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I was gonna say, I was gonna lay down a lot of bombs to try and farm Omni Geodes, but fuck. The plan has changed. Hey, is it cool if I call? Is it about this game show thing, or like, what's the call gonna be about? I mean, yes, I am in general, to be fair. Okay, Probably need to head home. Oh, hang on. Oh, fuck. I double used a totem. What a waste.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm losing it.
I know you are. I was kind of wondering if you would take solace in this game instead, but nope, you are still very firmly and resolutely losing it with your game show, whatever.
Yeah, so like for context, for mouse sake, I have learned about a reality TV dating show called Too Hot to Handle. I don't know if you've heard of it, but like it's basically you get a bunch of people who are like really into the more like, you know, physical aspects of relationships, and you basically just tell them no. No, learn how to do a relationship and like talk to human beings. And like whenever they try to do stuff like, you know, touching, kissing, etc., there's like a prize pool of money that's shared amongst the contestants. And if you do a no-no, then a certain amount of money is subtracted. And like it's bonkers. It's absolutely wild. I do not believe that actual real life human beings act like this in any way, shape, or form, but also the weirdest part of it, the fucking strangest bit, is that they all pretend that it's hosted by an AI. I'm just like, they got a fucking plastic cone ass looking bitch that's basically just a knockoff Alexa, and they just went like, yeah, this is Lana, because all AI have to be women, I guess, but that's a whole other thing that we can get into at a later date, or not at all. And they basically just pretend that like I'm not calling it a she. It's a fucking cone with lights in it. They just pretend that it like is the creator of the game and the maker of the rules and like I guess the fucking panopticon, because like they have it like, oh, you did a no, that's minus $7,000 or whatever the fuck. It's like it's so bonkers to me, dude. It's so bonkers.
This is one of those things where the general sense of faith in humanity has long since bled from my skull. So
yeah, it's one of those, you know?
It's one of those where I am almost entirely unsurprised by this development, especially in the wake of like Squid Game being popularized as a thing. So.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Squid Game. Like,
I mean, to be fair,
I like dystopian fiction. I haven't watched it, but I know the general conceit. I don't know, I don't know, maybe I'm just like too embroiled in the dystopia to like appreciate it specifically, because I liked stuff like Hunger Games, you know, but I was into that, you know, like as it was coming out.
When we were children.
Yeah. Like, oh wow, these kids are being made to kill each other. Metal! You know?
And then we saw media that did that shit like a dozen times over.
I mean, I don't think I could ever get tired of like dystopia, but it's like more of the, I don't know, with shit like Panem, it's so far off. Like, obviously this is fake as shit, and I don't think I'm going to live to see when governments do a ceremony out of ritually killing kids. But like, Squid Game feels more real than that in a way, where it's like, oh yeah, do absolutely stupid, ridiculous shit to pay off your debts. But I don't know, it just feels like it hits closer to home somehow, even though, like, that's bonkers, but also, like, you know, while it isn't absolutely off-the-wall ridiculous children's games, it is still like, hey, you know, sacrifice your body and your mental health doing stupid bullshit jobs like
That's just
bureaucracy
reality.
or cashiering or retail or any number of, you know, jobs that you can just list off the top of your head. And that doesn't even get you to pay off your debt. That's just what gets you the alcohol to take off the edge at the end of the week. It feels closer, I guess. That's why I don't really like it so much. Plus, like, it's kind of... It feels too capitalist realism, where it's like... I don't know, maybe that's not the term, but like, reclamation. Where it's like, massive merchandising of something that's supposed to be anti-capitalist in a capitalist society, where it's like, oh man, they made Squid Game Funko Pops! Like, I'm not the only one who thinks that that's fucking ridiculous, right? Squid Game Funko Pops?
I mean, ridiculous in what sense?
Like, Squid Game is anti-capitalist, right? It is very clearly, like, against, you know, the 1% holding, like, a ridiculous amount of wealth and people having to go through, like, the rat race, basically, except the rat race is made into children's games. You know, it's very clearly anti-capitalist, and yet in the system in which we are embroiled, it's run by Netflix, it's fucking, you know, got merchandising out the wazoo. They're probably going to milk it into the grave by, like, you know, a decade later there'll probably be fucking Squid Game season 11, you know. It just feels like it's really kind of twisting, like, the message just because it's popular, just so, like, people can make a lot of money off of it.
Welcome to America, baby.
I know. Like, it's not even that. Like, South Korea, like, all capitalist nations do this shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And South Korea's got its own, like, massive shit. Like, glances at K-pop.
Yeah.
It's just so wild. I don't know, it is massively dystopian, and going back to, like, the game show.
See, the problem is that we currently live in such a level of dystopia that fictitious dystopias just don't do it for us anymore.
It's true, because, like, when I see Too Hot to Handle, it just makes me think, damn, people are, like, you know, it reminds me of the Alexa, and it's like, damn, people are willfully, like, installing wiretaps into their homes. And, like, I know phones are wiretaps, basically. Like, this bitch is listening to me right now, and I'm probably going to get, like, a recommendation for Squid Game on my newsfeed, just from having mentioned Squid Game so much.
Or in your Discord ads.
Yeah, or my Discord ads, something like that, you know? Like, I get that, but, like, Alexa doesn't even fucking do anything. Like, it's just hands-free Google. What the fuck does Alexa even do? It's shitty, hands-free Google that costs you hundreds of dollars, and it's a fucking wiretap. And people just buy that shit! Like, what? Like, I don't understand the appeal. Like, do you?
I mean, on a literal level, I'll be honest, is that I installed, like, a Google Nest because I exploited a thing for Google to give it to me for free. So on a literal level, in that sense, I do see the appeal because I got technology for free when I technically should not have. But they're like, fuck it, whatever, here you go.
Like, okay, in a way, I guess that's fair, but it probably is still a wiretap, just like for Alphabet instead.
Yeah. Honestly, I've actually kept the thing unplugged because I don't have enough fucking outlets in my room right now. Well, I need to keep, like, a couple of things plugged in as far as, like a heating pad for my back, just because been just like sore lately and that sort of shit. And I'm like, well,
Oh yeah, heating pads are the shit. They're so good.
just kind of need a good thing right now. Also, hi Elliot. Good timing. There you go. It's your birthday. Go nuts. Could I get some
birthday? I have tracked you down to your home. Have some cheese.
I'll be honest, I didn't even really track him. I was just fucking like, yeah, well, on the way. I was about to head out to this island for the next 2 days or whatever. Have some cheese before I go.
'Tis my parting gift. Write your story about that.
Oh, hi. What's up, Clint? Thought working at furnace would have prepared me for this heat, but I'm sweating in place. Okay.
God.
Emily? You feel it? The ocean has profound healing energy. And Demetrius just came here in shorts and a shirt. My man!
He's here for the science. He's like testing the pH levels of the fucking ocean.
Well, he was just worried that he, like, crunched and killed a crab, but it's okay. It was just an empty, it was just an empty shell. It was just an empty crab shell.
Good.
So, this is today's project, right over here. Ooh, okay, so... Over the season, it looks like some various weeds have just sprung up, so I'm gonna clear those. Have I shown you frog statue?
Frog?
Frog.
Borg.
Oh, hey.
I wish to see frog statue.
A journal scrap. Nice! I needed that one. I'll show you fork in just a moment. Is it over here? No, it's... Oh yeah, it is over here. Ta-da! In case you didn't see, I had already filled that section out, but got me a gold fucking walnut.
A pearl.
And a pearl, which is a universal love item.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think you can only get one golden walnut from digging those mussel things. That's okay. I'm pretty
It's so
sure...
funny how they like track you down and it looks like the mussels are like crawling along the sand.
Yep. Oh, the land once teemed
Borg!
with fresh food. We wish to see the teeming once more. Grow the pink thing, the juicy thing. Nope, not growing it right now. Because it's still growing. And that's why I wanted to check, because he wants melon, and then he'll want garlic, and then wheat, or something like that, so... to that end, let's go up to the boneyard, because I actually wanted to make some stone pathing. Oh, hi, Leo. Local boy
So,
raised
statue.
by parrots.
Oh.
It's hard to remember to talk normally. He was raised by parrots. He just squawks. Think I'm weird, don't you? Squawk to show you appreciate him.
Solidarity.
Maybe I'll just look up if that's the right thing to do, because I feel like it
That
just
might be offensive.
It might be. I might just accidentally say "fuck you" in his language. Like, I don't know.
The feel when the parrots have fucking tonal language.
Yep. Let's squawk with you too. Getting pretty good at that. Yay.
Aw.
Sometimes I wonder how different my life would be if I had never washed up on this island. Also, you do know that that's real and not a dream. Back home, I didn't really care about birds. I never thought to listen to what they might be saying. Though I guess that's normal for normal kids. wonder what normal kids would have to say about me. That you look like an early Final Fantasy protag, like Final Fantasy IV.
It does.
Think I could ever be a normal kid again? If you wanted to be. I mean, having experiences no one else has, that's just life. Happy I met them. Always consider them to be my family, even if that makes me a little strange. Anyways, thanks for talking to me, Jack. Maybe someday you could be a part of our family too.
Get inducted into the bird family.
Let me teach you how to say "let's play" in parrot talk. It's about what it sounds like. Alright. Got some ginger. Good stuff. Bone geodes.
Fossils.
Got rocks with bones in them. Why these keep appearing here every day? I don't know. They keep appearing every day. We got...
Where do they come from?
Where do they go?
There surely can't be that many goddamn fossils here. I think there's a murderer on the island, Jack.
Where did they come from? Where will they go? Where are these bones from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Cotton Eye Joe's a serial killer.
Yeah, so these are all, like, museum back at home bones. There are new ones that are custom to the field office, but... Alright. So now we shall do a touch of planting. Without... Yeah, we don't have that much stone, so we'll just do the easiest method, which is just plow first.
I love how you still have heavy ordnance in the form of all those bombs just like tucked away in your pockets.
Yep. Just in case, you know? Just in case I need to get through a mountain or something.
Just in case you need to level, like, the entire island.
Oh, come on now. I could never do that. The volcano. The volcano would level the island first.
What's stopping you?
The volcano would level the island first before any bombs of my might would. Though maybe my bombs would set off the volcano.
God.
An interesting experimental idea. Volcanoes build up islands it doesn't level. Oh, Mao. Mao, Mao, Mao. A student of history / geography, you are not.
You can't see the expression I'm making, but I'm just sweating.
And to be honest, it doesn't even really matter whether I try to water these or not, because there's no seasons here. Also, was I off with my calculate? Nope. Calculations are fine. Alright, let's at least get these in the ground. We'll probably be sleeping in the sleep hut tonight.
Just vibing. Is there a hammock in there?
Oh, there's a full-blown house.
Oh.
Yeah, normally we have to guaranteed warp out of here if we want to not pass out on the island's dangers. But now, we do have a place to sleep. In theory, we could have a place to fast travel soon enough, but I want to keep trying to get more of these.
Island wife along with that home life. I think that's called cheating now.
Yeah, that seems like infidelity to me. 2, 4, 6, 8. That should be 10 of the 20. And try to keep going. Making pumpkin juice more popular than the fucking Harry Potter fandom. Alright, 4 more. And then we really need to get some in-game sleep. And apparently, unless I've been lied to, crows don't spawn on the island, so I don't need scarecrows.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's all parrots here.
What, the parrots ain't gonna steal your shit?
Apparently not. Apparently they're very well behaved, and they only eat golden walnuts anyways.
Wild.
Anywho. See, this is my house. Has a little kitchen.
Oh yeah, with the leaf blankets.
Yep. Have a little fire there. Got 2 twin beds for me and my totally not wife.
Your parrot wife.
Doesn't Leah come to the island at a certain point? Like, most people vacation here at least sometimes.
Right? Like the others vacation here.
Anywho, we have woken up and all of our pumpkin seeds are watered. They aren't really grown, but they're watered. The fork.
Borg.
So we just have to
It's
wait for
so
that
wild.
melon. That melon to grow. We have all these parrots that eat very specific food that's scarce. Well, it's not exactly scarce. We find it in excess on the island, but as far
Probably
as
have
like,
some secret parrot farm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They raised a kid, they can have agriculture.
Not only that, my main thought would be like, we can only reach so much over land, but obviously they can fly. So not only do they have all the available land on this island, but any nearby island in the archipelago. Alright, I just need my little map. Here's my map. So we're just going to take a look. And I might as well swap to sharing screens. Yep, cheat sheet to find all walnuts. So of these, I'm going to move this over and then change the display capture and change stream capture. Alright, so as far as what we're looking for, this is Island West where we're currently sitting. Some of the map is a little weird / inscrutable, but suffice to say we have at least gone most of these. Notably, I haven't gone inside the shipwreck yet, so that's one I need to get. Just got the note, gotten this one, this one, this one. Got the trades. Got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And all those. So the only ones we're technically missing from West are the frog rewards for certain crops. So we will go ahead and go to that shipwreck. Another little ball of mussels. And, yep, it's right here. Dink. And so now we can go ahead and explore southeast and north, as well as southeast. And we should be able to pare it down reasonably well. So in this area, okay, so not really get anything. I'm gonna actually just move this off the screen just so I can see it. There are things that apparently spawn here that resolve a quest. To look at that at some point. We got this one here, and I need to change that back to Stardew Valley for you. There we go. Double check we've gotten in this circle, gotten that one. One. Have we gotten this one? No, actually. Curious. I'm really bad with dig spots, it seems. This one. So the biggest thing is that we need to find the appropriate amount of fossils to fill out what we need for this museum. So the fossilized bat and fork. We need one more snake vertebra, and then the parts of that large bear-like animal. Bring my gold pan because it says there's something always here every day. I'll do that another day. So that's done. That's done. Those two are done. Alright, so north is set. East is set. I'll check one thing in the actually be shaking these palms as well. because apparently there's a chance that a golden coconut could fall out.
Ooh.
No golden walnut, mind you, but if we crack one open, maybe there'll be one. Scared crap. Apparently a fucking mermaid spawns here or some shit, and I need to play a song for her. Figure out what that means. And this place is still fucking empty. Got that space over there. Okay. So how many do I have? I have just 7. So a lot of what needs to happen is I need to come here when it's raining, it looks like. And I also need to find a banana tree that I can plant on my farm. Other than that, I'm gonna return to the valley. So we'll go back to our wife and child. You know, we've just kind of left back here at home.
Hey, wife, kids. I'm just headed over to an island paradise to go talk with abandoned children and vibe with the parrots. Bye.
I'll be back in 24 hours. Bye. Sure. We'll see if I remember to do that tomorrow. Childs, do you like cheese? No.
Child, do you like cheese?
Neither child enjoys the cheese.
Fuck.
Well, we'll make it up to him later, I guess. Local child hates cheese.
Local child lactose intolerant?
That can't be it. The lactose intolerant love cheese more than any other. It is that denial which makes them want it even more. Also, thank you for the
Jesus Christ.
poppers. Fresh lobster for a bisque. I mean, there's no time limit on that, so just depends on how long it makes a man to take a takes a man to make a bisque. Call it the 1,000-year stew. Alright. Before I tend to the animals, I should go at least say hello to my wife and child. Why? Oh, she's got nothing to say in particular. And Josie's still sleeping. Yeah, by the way, I painted this. I did this.
I made this. Me.
It started good with the hair, then something went wrong. Alright. We'll just sell a lot of stuff. And as one last bit of excitement, we will at least try to crack open these before Clint leaves his shop, and then we'll tend to the animals. Alright, so these ones do not have a chance to give marble. Now these 17, we hope for that white chunky square that signifies the end. Come on, give it to me. Give me the marble. The holy marble. George of the Marble. Be the marble.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm going through all, like, marble-related references. They're mostly cartoons. like SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, SpongeBob.
SpongeBobaroo.
I've gotta be the marble!
Yep. Last one, marble. Oh, its color was so close, but no. Alright. Fine. Whatever. Didn't want that marble anyway. But yeah, after we finish this particular day, I will probably swap to Subnautica so you can watch me squirm. Because that's funny, apparently.
Apparently.
I mean, it is funny in hindsight, but... Good lord. We'll let the barn animals out so they can get a chance to eat some fresh grass. Do some grazing. Okay. Let's get all this stocked up in here. And at long last, we will pick up this oak resin, and then we'll call it a day. Call a nice early evening, so that my farmer can relax.
Man, the feel when you go to your grandfather's farm to avoid the unrelenting grind of capitalism, but you just get sucked into a different kind of capitalism.
I mean, at a certain point, the end game of every kind of the of these games, these RPGs, is just make the most money so you can buy the absurdest shit. Like, I'm already good, right? I've got a wife, I've got a kid, I've got animals, I've done the community center, I'm the Stardew Hero Award winner. I've got a big house, I'm making moolah, I've done a lot, I'm the master of the 5 ways. Oh, is a fairy...
Now that's capitalist realism.
A fairy is going to bless my pumpkin patch.
Like, I get doing all the things, getting all the achievements and shit, but, like, it's still bonkers, like, on a narrative standpoint, right? Like, the game about escaping capitalism still has, like, a massive foundational aspect within making an utterly obscene amount of money.
I mean, to be fair, you do not have to do this, right? Like...
Yeah, but, like, there's this, you know, incentive.
I mean, there's an incentive.
Like, within the game itself, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's an incentive to do it. But if there wasn't an incentive to, like, achieve and move forward, then no one would do it. So...
Don't know about that one necessarily, but another time, I guess.
Another time.
It's time for you to get really fucking scared. What else? What do you got to be doing for Subnautica?
Let's see. Okay, let's hit play. And I will bring you through what the fuck is up with Subnautica.
Sure. Help me.
Yep.
I will be here with you.
I do appreciate it. So, one of the big story points, which I don't remember if was actually broadcasted on stream. So this is Sam, is the character we're currently controlling, and she was looking for her sister, who was like investigating something on Sector 0, which is this fucking frigid ass Arctic version of got a
Hellscape Waterworld.
Hellscape Waterworld. Also need to change the game capture. Thank you, Mal. There we go. Cool. Beautiful game. Beautiful game. You can totally see just how amazingly beautiful this game is. It is...
I feel cold just watching this. I hate it.
Yep. At least the blizzard has died down a little bit, so you can see, like, hey... There's like some things on top of the surface of the water. And
dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Dangerous weather approaching. But we have babies.
Babies. Alien penguins.
Alien penguins, apparently they're called.
I love them.
Because their mouths open vertically. I don't know if you can see that, but...
Oh yeah, I can see the line.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's...
I want to cuddle them.
They get mad? Okay, they're not mad if I take the peeper. I think it just jumped on the ice like a dumbass.
Feel like a baby?
So, this is my base. We have, like, the outside grow beds for everything from making aerogel, ribbon plants that are natural electrolytes for electricity. Spiral plants were key in something, though I don't remember what.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And then we have my main room. So we'll start with the moon pool. This holds the modification station and everything else for my sea truck, which is genuinely what this is called, as well as the prawn
Amazing.
suit. I have named the sea truck the Swimmy Tim. And
It lets you name it.
And I have named the prawn suit my Strong Arm Sam.
That's so good.
Let me just quickly... These fevered peppers, which grow on the Arctic surface, excuse me, not only provide you body heat, but also a healthy amount of food and water. So they're pretty much the best thing to bring with you. And in this aquarium, you can see I have a baby. Let me see if I can...
I hope your wife doesn't know about this. Baby! Baby! Baby!
Unfortunately, you cannot put him down, because then he might wander around in a game-breaking fashion. But...
I want a smooch. I want to give him a little smooch.
I believe there are plushies of this, but you can see that... Oh, you do a sneeze.
Sneezed! He just sneezed! I am truly losing my fucking mind, Jack.
We're gonna put him, and we'll even put the Arctic peeper that we found on the ice. We'll go ahead and let that, let that live a nice life here. in our little aquarium.
Safe from harm.
Well, until the baby grows up enough and baby wants to eat him, but it'll be worthy sacrifice, I'm sure.
Baby.
This is my scanner room. If there's ever a time where I need to find something specific, most things that I've encountered can be found here. And
Handy.
even has upgrades. Mostly I just use it for speed because most anything you can find in a 300 meter radius of this room. And if you can't, I usually know where to find it. And then things like the modification station and the recyclotron, like this, just break things down into its component parts if you want to recycle them. Don't have any use for them anymore. And modification station kind of like augments things that have already been made in other stations. This is the big tower where lots of stuff goes on. Hilariously enough, they have licensed music in here, like Miracle of Sound and like JG Music. I'm not gonna play it because this video, like all
Is a
others,
stream.
will go on YouTube. So you're probably wondering, why does this locker say Alan on it? It's rather
Previous
odd.
owner?
Nope. Alan is the name of an architect alien that's currently living in my head.
Some name for an alien.
Yep. It is designation AL-AN. So
Lame.
it was just designated Alan. But the idea behind what we're doing here is that at some point in trying to track down our sister, we came across a distress signal of a precursor cache where Alan's consciousness was held, and it was like losing battery life and his consciousness was gonna die. So we're like, hey, we can like download you into our PDA or something just to keep you alive. And not realizing what we were actually offering, they agreed, but instead jacked our prefrontal cortex. So now
Whoops, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep. So the main goal right now is that we are trying to get Alan a proper body so that he can get out of our head and we can leave.
Please take this body. Go enter a robot or something. Give him the truck, the sea truck.
Well, he won't be satisfied with the seed truck, but along the way, we found a frozen leviathan, which is like 700 meters long, estimated, or some shit, like some crazy amount.
Big.
Very big. And it was infected with Kara, the bioorganic, like...
That shitfest from the first game.
Yes. No, Matt, we will also not give him a penguin body, even though I'm sure he would agree it is baby. He will refuse. So we have a decision whether or not to cure it. I already have, because that was kind of the last thing my sister was working on, was like, hey, this giant megacorp sent me onto this rock, and we found something suspicious, but then they won't let anyone near it. And it's because they wanted to study Kara for their own purposes. And that was before
Yikes.
everyone died. Because of course everyone's fucking dead. But I decided, hey, no. So we cured it, so that's done. So with that said, we have cured Kara, which is one sub-objective. The major objective is to try and find the architect blueprints for the skeleton, the tissues, and apparently the organs are the last subset of things here.
Oh, you're just growing this fucker a new body, eh?
Yes.
I thought you'd let him go in like a robot or something.
Not quite. Also, there's conversations with Alan here if you would like to hear one.
It appears that your sister's death was accompanied by significant destruction.
Doesn't make any sense. She would never destroy a base. Well, baselessly.
Are your feelings confused? I'm detecting more than one.
I don't know. I feel disillusioned, worried. I thought I knew Sam better than I really did. When we were kids, I was always the one breaking and rebuilding things. She wouldn't even go into a bake sale without a plan. For classic oatmeal cookies, no less. So serious. She wouldn't have anything to do with my molecularly transformed caramel pretzel lumps.
Your mind goes easily to food. To distract you from your feelings.
Okay, I think that's enough mind reading for now. This wasn't negligence. That's not Sam. This was something else.
So, this is my wall of motivational posters.
Oh god.
Literally everything
Focus.
literally everything that you can collect. Also, Kitty with a prosthetic limb.
Oh,
Baby.
cyborg baby.
And Fred's shaving kit. I don't know who Fred was, but he had a good shaving kit. So I'll take that. And we'll just check the nuclear reactor. Seems to be going well. 4 active rods and 3 depleted ones. And we are out of cooling water. Okay. Hi, Pixel.
Man, no cooling water, just step outside.
I know, right? So, Pixel,
Cold water fucking everywhere.
we were doing Subnautica, Pixel, but or we were doing Stardew Valley, excuse me, but we have stepped to Subnautica just to kind of chill and hopefully finish the game without having multiple series of heart attacks. With that said, we're going to make a couple of first aid kits in case things go sideways. Because things went sideways last time.
Fair.
This is most of the components for Alan's body. I just need kyanite, which is a real silicate material that is the hardest thing in this game.
Cool.
And I'll take these back because I don't actually need a cold suit anymore, I think. Because I'm not going to be going back to the Arctic surface. Where is... I really wish I could label these. There's a lot here. Anyways, as I described to Autumn earlier, which is why I'm trying to pull up her message history, my current goal is that I need to take my sea truck and I need to make sure it's prepared for the deep dive.
Ooh. Get into Eldritch Hell.
Yep. Alright, so let's take it out here for a minute. Fully charges the battery when it's plugged into the base. Doesn't repair it though, you have to do that yourself. And we want Marguerite Maeda's last known location. She is someone who is like an actual living person in this world, which is noteworthy enough in and of itself. However,
Actual living person. Sick.
Yep. However,
Instead of, like,
her
dead
sea
people.
base has something that we need. So we are going to try and make our way over to where her position was
Do a little
without
bit of theft.
running afoul of the Chelicerate Leviathans, or however we pronounce that. Or the Shadow Reapers.
Jesus Christ, those are sounds.
Or the other, you know, many other things that want to kill us.
The expansive list.
Yeah.
Still needs entries.
Yep. Many hostile things. But if we die, we'll just reload the last save before we lost our shit. But yeah, no, the noises are not great.
The noises are the worst part.
That sea shark isn't too aggressive, thankfully. It's like, it's borderline. Like, if you get up in its face, it'll fuck you up, but if you keep a distance, it'll calm the fuck down, kind of.
Alright, that's good.
So, the fact that there's a lot of them, though. Yeah, and that's what we're going to go get, actually, Pixel, is, we need the primitive defense matrix. Especially against that thing. That one's the bad one. So, even though we haven't quite reached the signal yet, I know that this is the cave system we want to be in. And then we just need to kind of follow the twisting tunnels down until we see certain landmarkers that are distinctive. I think this is the right way, because I remember this, these actually refill your oxygen, these water lanterns.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you can free dive pretty fucking far down if you know what you're doing. Hell yeah. Okay. As you can see, based on the tarnish, the sea base has been here a while. And as you can see by the fact that someone else's prawn suit is moored here, including a Reaper Leviathan jawbone blade.
Okay, that's metal.
So yeah, Marguerite's claim to fame is that she survived for like an inordinate amount of time floating on a dead Reaper Leviathan carcass.
Jesus fuck?
And using like the fat to survive as far as food and like boiled water or whatever the shit. Just like crazy stuff. Okay, so this little module right here is what I need.
New technology acquired.
Yoink.
Yep. And here's the woman herself who has like a pet snow stalker. And yeah, there's the skull in question.
Damn. Intense woman.
Yep. You gotta be a hard ass to survive out here. Our first few encounters with her were a little less than friendly. But we have done enough for her that she at least tolerates our presence in her sea base. We're going to... Okay, nothing going there. But that is what we need. And we will take a little sip. And before we head out, we are going to save. Just because from here, we can actually get to where we need to go next. Alright, so plugged in. So, if I left-click, I can discharge an electric shock that'll help us stave off predators.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now,
Little fish taser.
we need to head for the deeper portions of this game. So these are just the tree spires. There's like a little ass tunnel to the north of her base that leads down. And down is where we need to go carefully.
Without bumping into shit or like getting vored by a giant fucking shark or whatever the hell.
This is purple vent, so I'm pretty sure this is kind of the right... Yeah. Okay. Caution.
Pretty.
Welcome to... Yep, we're in Crystal Caves.
Oh, fuck yeah! This is my shit.
So, current objective, aside from don't die, is we need to try and find... we need to try and find that kyanite that silicate material. Oh, here's some. Right here.
Ooh.
We need about like 6 or 7 pieces. I also need to try not to be outside my seed truck too much in case I get snuck on by the shadow leviathans in the area.
Ugh.
In fact, turning my lights off probably would help me avoid detection.
What was that noise?
That was a fish going splat against my hood.
Christ.
Shadow Leviathan, yep. Torpedo arm. I've gotten a lot of, like, near completions for a lot of shit, but it's never, like... It never is complete enough to be helpful. Okay, so there's more kyanite across the way, as well as the other torpedo arm fragment I would need here. Yoinkus. So there are boxing crabs down here. They're starting to spawn in earnest. I just need to be careful about where I stray.
Proceed with caution. A Leviathan-class creature is near.
Yeah, I don't like that you said that. I'll be real. Okay. We also have another issue that's, like, not immediately prevalent, but is going to become an issue if I don't solve it, which is that I didn't pack food for the trip. I can make food, especially because I have a knife that cooks fish.
10,000 degree knife.
Yep, straight up. I'm just afraid to get out and pursue fish, because that's the sort of shit where you get pinched by a shadow leviathan when you're trying to catch your own dinner.
There's always a bigger fish.
Always a bigger fish. Alright. Just go quick.
New creature discovered.
Can I just, like, stab it with the knife? I'm at least gonna bring it down into the crystal here. Just, like, okay. Okay, cool. And we really, really want the sea glide on our person. In case shit goes sideways.
Yeah.
As you can see, this game can be nerve-wracking. But on the other hand, I know for a fact that there's only 2 Shadow Leviathans. So if we get caught, we can try and find a place like here. And that can help us, like, try and juke it out a little bit. Because it only has so much reach because it's so big. Now, I do also need to be secondarily careful because we only have 100 meters to go before we reach our depth limit. That scares me a little bit, that little abyss there. I'm going to venture around the side and continue looking for kyanite. That's it. That's it right there.
That's a noise.
Not sure if you saw it. Oh!
Oh, ow!
Get the fuck out, get the fuck out, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. Yep, that's the Shadow Leviathan.
Jesus Christ!
And then it slips back into the depths.
It's bioluminescent teeth or something else, though, eh?
It's bioluminescent stomach, actually.
Man. Put that on my monster fucker bingo.
It's the same thing as like Gaping Dragon, where you saw its like teeth, and then it sprays acid on its. There's the other one.
Jesus fuck.
Grab this.
Bye.
Yoink. There's one there for kyanite. The problem is that. I'm just gonna hide.
That's fair.
Chill a sec. Take a minute. Oh, it knows.
It's pissed. Can it? It can't reach you.
Ah, I can reach.
I can reach you.
Why'd you have to say anything?
It's not my fault.
It is. It reached you.
No.
It reached us specifically because you said, "Oh, it can't reach us."
Oh, my words just happened to change the game mechanics and code just in time to fucking try to bore you, huh?
Yes.
God.
Okay. Need to go quick. It's dangerous to go even this far, but. Okay. Back to the sea truck. Go, go, go. Need to make sure it's repaired before I continue. Thankfully, with the defense module, it's not actually getting time to do as much damage as it normally would.
Oh, that's good.
Save game? No. No, we do not save the game here. I'd be fine. If we save the game here and then I die in like 5 seconds, we are fucked.
The eternal loop of Leviathan boredom.
Yeah. So I'll even grab this this kyanite here. All right. So 8 is like more than enough, right? So that's fine. The trick now. Oh, don't get out! Don't get out. That is not what I want you to do. Okay. The trick now is that I need to find essentially the Crystal Caves cache, which, like, there's set coordinates for all this stuff, which is good. However, it's actually too deep for us to get to right now because it's at negative 696 feet. So we're instead going to probably leave. Yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, let's at least escape to the surface.
I feel that.
We got the kyanite. That's most critically what we needed. Plus, we can recharge our power cells, because that attack takes a lot out of the sea truck. So when we go down for the final stretch, we're probably going to want to really load up on power cells. Or at the very least, take one set of spares. So where are we? We're emerging in purple vents, huh? Okay. We also need to be secondarily careful, because this is where even more different shit is going to try and eat us.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, okay. There's the chalice right up there. I just call those sea sharks, but they paddle, so they're not really sea sharks.
They're all eldritch bullshit to me.
A lot of things are screaming at me.
Okay, alright.
problem is that genuinely I would like to actually get out right now, because those things look like scannable mods for the sea truck. But now's not the time. Now's not a good time.
No, this is not the time for science. This is the time for survival.
Now is the time to leave. And maybe only come back once. Oh my lord. Thank Christ we got that perimeter defense thing, though. It's at least a defensive weapon. Alright. We're at home base.
Oh, hell yeah.
We'll go recharge, and we'll take stock. I don't know if Strong Arm Sam is actually going to be coming with us for the true deep trek.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But we do actually have to get to the deepest area of the game and then retreat to the surface, so we'll see if he is coming along with us for that.
Swimmy Tim.
Swimmy Tim.
I'm sorry, I can't get over that.
It's the one point of joy in this hellscape. Alright, sea truck, death module Mark III, so I need plasteel and nickel. So we can get that. Need lithium to make plasteel. And then I need to find 3 nickel ore. I have a nuclear reactor. Why do the lights flicker when I use one fabricator?
Aesthetic.
I guess. Okay. So now that kyanite increases the crush depth to 1,000 meters. So that's like the best thing we can do for ourselves.
Oh man. Go even further into the Lovecraftian nightmare world.
Yep. And we gotta go all the way. Okay, so let's deposit some of our things. So we actually have a robotic spy baby that our sister made.
Aw, Memento.
Yep. So we have 2 extra power cells for our ship, 4 extra to help with the repair and stuff. We don't need the extra scanner. Air bladder in case of emergencies. We should probably replace the batteries on a ton of these things just to charge them up a little bit while we do our final checks. And to our battery charger, we'll go these ones to top them up. Cool. Alright. In the meantime, we're also going to pack a bit of food for the journey. Gonna get some fresh peppers. Imagine just chugging straight pepper juice.
The noise, too. Awful.
So 3 nutrient blocks, which look suspiciously like dense ramen, and 4 large filtered waters.
At least something is familiar on this hellscape of a planet.
You know, I'll even take 6 large filtered waters because your water drops faster than your food does.
Maruchan ramen. Maruchan ramen never changes.
Alright. And then we need all the components for Alan's body. So first step is 3 kyanite, 2 of these ribbon plants, and 1 ion cube. And that'll comprise his organ structure. 3 diamonds, 1 plasteel, and 1 polyaniline for the tissues. Or, excuse me, the skeletal structure. For the tissues, we will use synthetic fibers, 2 of these root pustules, and 2 of these gel sacks. So we have everything we need for a fantastic journey. Now we need to go back there. We need to find the last cache and then go further beyond to the area below the crystal caves.
Oh god.
We'll take a couple peppers for the road trip because, you know, might help us stay topped up a little bit longer. And once we have repaired this, I will hop back into the base, grab the batteries that we were charging, which might actually mean we need to just eat our peppers, which is fine. And at that point, we will save. You have room for a single pepper.
Lucky pepper.
And we save. Back into the swimming tin we go. And back to our badass woman's last known location. So if we die, as a reminder, the plan is not to save along the way. We are just restarting from this point.
Right. So you don't get trapped in an infinite death loop of pain and suffering.
Correct. We've brought plenty of power cells and batteries for the journey. We shouldn't have to synthesize anything. And we have enough food and water to hopefully last us until the key end point where we synthesize Alan's body and then get the fuck out. Because the fact that because as a small spoiler, below the crystal caverns lies the fabricator caves, which is like this large amount of precursor technology.
Oh man.
That include fabricators that can make his body. However, 2 more Shadow Leviathans have set up shop there.
Oh boy.
So we have all 4 to contend with on our way back down. Not to mention anything else we might run into along the way. I don't know much about below 0. I am lost and confused. Good. That's below 0.
I don't know much about this shit either.
You be lost and confused, and you fear. Oh, also, sorry about the Nightbot caught you with the cap spam pixel. But you can see that after a certain amount of times, you can kind of remember the landmarks, like that little water lantern, that tell you, hey, this seems to be the right way. And as reliable as can be, here's Marguerite's sea base. Now I will probably pop another save here, because at least here we're still, like, safe-ish.
Under the protection of this goddamn sci-fi huntress.
Yep. She hates
There's
corporations.
just something so badass about,
and,
like...
and thought initially that we were part of Altera, the fucking space megacorp, whatever. Okay. we go. Reminds me of the fucking Game Grumps. Here we go! Oh, hey, there was more kyanite just like right there. See a crevasse. Probably gonna hide in here. Even though I could look up the coordinates, right now what I'm just trying to do is just kind of intuit, hey, usually there's a bunch of like green glowing cables that'll show you where you're supposed to be going. And those have worked pretty well in the past, so I want to see if I can find those. Where are we? Still count as crystal caves.
You're doing great, sweetie. Keep it up.
Thank you. Just trying to bob and weave around these crystal formations. What is that?
Dude, fuck if I know.
So much crystal.
Big ol' underwater geode.
Going for it. Get off! Ah.
Huh? Oh no, this is psychedelic.
There is definitely something of value nearby. It could help you build my body.
Thank Christ. Okay, okay. That green shit, that's the good shit. That's the shit
That's
we
the
want
good
to,
shit?
That's what we want to follow. Problem is, I just want to make sure I'm not getting too low. Oh, okay. That's probably it. Right here.
Oh man. It's closer than I thought it would be.
Swim. Okay. Alright.
This shit's gorgeous.
It is, isn't it?
This shit's gorgeous!
I'm gonna take a minute just to like, we'll look at it. I'm just gonna take a drink of water and breathe. All right. Architect component. Blueprint synthesized. So we're just gonna pin that.
You will be able to construct bionic organs with the scanned material, both primary and secondary. Our designs provide for redundancies.
Given your current location, I think they could still be improved.
Your feedback has been noted. We have scanned all the components we need to make a storage body.
Are you excited?
Using the chemical compounds available in your body, I am able to approximate what you might call cautious optimism.
Okay. We have all the components. We know how to make it. Now we need to get out of this cavern and into the deeper one, wherever the hell that is.
Oh, fuck, okay. So that ain't it. That's just... Alright, okay.
That's the part. We need fabricator caverns. Yeah, because before we could only make 2 of the 3 pieces.
The crystals in this environment are confusing my senses, and yet I feel certain there is something important to know. A facility or a body component. Perhaps both. I cannot tell.
Well, I think we found the other trigger. So right now, we just need to get up, out, and run. We're gonna run for this fissure. So I can see the underbelly of one of them up ahead. But we are going deeper. The color's changing. Not really safe here to get out and try for a small repair, so... It's fascinating, though. These are, like, very large deposits of, like, the most valuable mineral ever. Not that we really need more than we got.
It's like being on that planet that's all the diamond or some shit.
Yep, precisely. So now the question becomes, we've gotten this far. We're gonna take a quick pause, both to breathe.
How you doing?
It's manual at this point, as far as breathing.
Oh god. Activated manual breathing for everyone viewing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So... just need to find, like... Alright, we're gonna go back. We need to find a way to the fabricator base / caverns. That's the goal. Now, where those are is a little tricky to discern, because on one hand I want to continuously go down, mostly because it helps me escape from the shadows. On the other hand, like, it's hard to hit a dead end and go elsewhere aside from back up. That's a bunch of the crystal shit. So there's basically 2 entrances there. That's one of the places. Certainly seems a crevasse to somewhere.
God, how is this not utterly disorienting to you? I don't even know which way is up.
It's testing me, I won't lie. It also helps when I can occasionally bring up, like, of all this screen of information, I'm looking at, like, I think that's line 16, like, what biome am I in? Occasionally I look at camera world position, which is, like, where the player is, and that occasionally informs coordinates, but other than that, I ignore all the rest, and I'm kind of trying to intuit where I'm going based on those two pieces of data and what they correlate to.
I see.
So, this fissure ain't it, Chief. Though, I think if I, like, hunker down at the bottom of this fissure, it's probably safe enough after, like, a cursory glance to just do a quick repair. And I'll even swap a power cell.
We have gathered the necessary components to begin constructing my body.
Great. What's next? Let's get you out of my head.
First, you must find the fabrication facility. It is concealed at some depths.
Fabrication facility. So you planned on needing to make new bodies?
It is a standard medical facility.
A medical facility where you just replace your whole body when it wears out? Sounds a little beyond standard to me.
Ours was a research mission of the highest importance.
So, what were you, a scientist like me?
I am a scientist now.
So, what happened? Your team found the vaccine and then...
Please, Robin, you have the components. Find the facility and construct the body.
Okay, but don't think I don't notice you changing the topic.
I just want to get to know you, passenger within my fucking prefrontal cortex.
So I've gotten all the way up to the cave. This is old, but it's actually still usable. That's great. Now the problem is I need to try and find... I'm tempted to go in the direction of that artifact there, but I don't know if that's leading me astray or not.
Smacking at a fish at high speeds still just, like, sends me
It, like, makes you jump a little bit.
a bit. Yeah, like, it's funny, but also it's a jump scare.
It at least sends, like, a very small spark of, like, surprise through me every time it happens. But it's not, like, full bore recognition,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's reserved for seeing the giant bioluminescent stomach.
Yeah. So, essentially, yeah. This path that we were just walking, it's essentially the path back up. It's not unhelpful to know that, but it's not what we're looking for.
Copium. It's information.
Yes, it's information, but it's not the right information. So we're going back down. Okay. I will say one thing. This is the fastest that the sea truck can be, as far as, like, you can make this a mobile base in terms of, like, attaching different room modules to it, like an aquarium or a scanner room or like a fabricator room,
Sick.
which is all cool, but it slows you down because it's additional mass. So the game also has a mechanic where you can jettison those modules in case of emergency.
Oh man. Like a lizard shedding its tail.
Kinda, yeah. But the main thing with that is that I never managed to find any of those modules, like, completely. So I was always just kind of like, well, guess I'm just stuck with the base sea truck. It was only when Autumn told me about how, like, hey, you could, you know, have the perimeter defense thing on your sea truck, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna craft, like, the highest tier depth module I can, and we're going with that. By the way, we take a little sippy.
Remember to hydrate, boys and girls.
Yes, yes indeed. This was the part that I was like, I knew this would take the longest, and a part of me is trying to resist. Oh, is this a fisher? This is a fisher. Is this the right fisher?
So, like, what do the precursors look like? Have you seen a body, or?
Yeah. You'll see what Alan's body looks like.
Aye.
Yeah, it's familiar in shape at the very least.
Oh, so like humanoid?
No. Kind of. Maybe.
Aye.
You could attribute some human characteristics to it. Red crystals. Is this it? This might be it.
Cool. Love it how many crystals there are in this.
Yep. Okay. Fabricator Caverns. Okay. Okay. This is it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hold tight, ladies and germs. That hit right as the roar came. Fuck you, fish.
Ill timing.
Okay. Down we go. Yep. There's one. Fuck you, Music Man. You think it saw us?
I don't know. I kind of think it did.
It saw us.
It did!
It saw us. Hold still.
I ain't saying shit.
Okay, we're gonna hold here for a minute.
Yeah.
Because I can still hear it on the other side of this column. I might need to, like... Oh, okay!
Okay.
Got angry. Okay.
I
Okay.
sense the presence of a substantial facility in the area. Unable to identify.
Alan,
Alan, not now.
I was gonna say, Alan, could you, like, have a little more reaction to present circumstance? Fuck.
Oh boy.
Here comes the boy! Go away, boy! I don't want you here!
There they are.
Dear
They
God!
are here. The duality of boy. Those baby alien penguins, and then these motherfuckers.
Yep. I'm just trying to, like... Okay, this motherfucker will not be juked out. We just gotta go.
Just gotta go, tase it, go some more. Easy. Easy.
Bold and brave as brass we are.
God gave us the taser for a reason. This is it.
I see something through here. A difference in color that denotes distance. We're gonna go for it. Okay. Is it still following us? No. Okay. Breathe. Breathe, Jack, breathe.
Breathe, man.
Okay, we're gonna nestle in this
Annual
little
breathing
corner.
activated.
We're going to repair our ship in this corner. It takes a lot longer to repair this in the original Subnautica. Okay, so this is one of two things. This is either indicating a direction up or the end.
Crossed
Base-
fingers.
Okay. My gut says that this is like only kind of leading up / to a dead end. But I'm still going to investigate as soon as I can right myself. Investigating the rock face. Okay. There doesn't seem to be too much here. This seems to more just be like open area that kind of has some like okay shit in it. Excuse me. Alright. So what I'm gonna do, new tactic, is we're gonna try and hug the bottom.
Sure.
Based on the idea that we can hopefully use our taser if we get into trouble. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hello? Oh my god, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Once you have used the fabricator to build each component, we can assemble them.
And then we can transfer you out of my head?
I am anticipating it as much as you are.
Okay, hang on. Autumn's in chat. Autumn, I'll be honest, is that I was looking at the wiki for so long, but... Okay. I'm glad you're here.
So, Alan, you said your people came here in search of a cure?
I was a researcher.
You were a scientist? Like me?
My people regarded my scientific contributions with particular interest.
As I said, like me.
If that is your interpretation.
So,
Oh my
how
God.
did your valuable scientific mind wind up infected?
Not my mind, my body. Perhaps you should build the next component.
Are those horns?
You could call them that, yes.
Yo!
So you
I
came
love the
here to search for a
precursors.
cure?
I led the mission.
Does that mean the bacteria got out on your watch?
This subject is uncomfortable. If you would like to know more, I will ask that you first construct the final component.
The tissues.
They're looking wild.
Finally.
This is the last
The
piece.
organs.
Soon I will be autonomous again.
What will you do with your newfound freedom?
I must return home to make amends.
Amends? For the bacterium? There seems to be a lot you're not telling me.
It is hard for me to find the words. I must collect my thoughts. We have all the necessary components. You may initiate body fabrication sequence from the terminal.
You still owe me an explanation.
I understand.
Commencing storage medium fabrication.
The escape of the bacteria was an accident. I thought my solution was foolproof. I was wrong.
Did you cause the accident?
Yes.
Oh,
I do not wish to speak about it.
we can come back to this.
Sick.
So that's what the precursors look like. Quadrupedal horned arthropods. Initiate transfer.
Commencing data transfer.
Did it work? Are we...
It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions. Like waking from a dream.
Whoa. Hey. You're really not in my head anymore?
There are some remnants. Would you like your memories of me removed as well?
Are you kidding? No way. You still owe me the end of your story.
I told you I must return home. To assess. Repair. Make amends.
Tell me more.
When the bacteria escaped, it was my fault. I disobeyed the directive from my network.
Oh no.
We noticed that a species of Leviathan young produced an enzyme that is efficient against the bacteria. I thought if we incubated sea dragon eggs, we might expedite their hatching. I was not wrong.
But...
It would appear that sea dragon parents are stronger and more motivated than our facility was rated to handle.
And the bacteria got out, infecting everything. How many survived the outbreak back home? Are they still waiting for someone to bring back a cure?
I do not know.
Can I help?
The fact that I withheld this information does not concern me.
He's certainly manipulative. And I've also made my own share of mistakes. I'm still committed to helping.
I accept your help. Find me at the gate when you are ready. In the meantime, I must prepare.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Achievement unlocked. Out of mind.
Got him.
Alright. So a new beacon is ready. Let's see. The phase gate facility. I'm gonna turn off pretty much everything else except for things that are helpful to navigate home. Up there. The last place we need to go. Let's get there.
Oh yeah. So I gotta say, can I gush for a second about that alien design? I'm loving that like live-in Tron suit looking motherfucker. That shit's so good.
Oh yeah.
Please, I will join you in the gate base when everything is ready. But for now, I have much to prepare.
Also the fact that he just like fucking yoinked these pillars out of the ground and just made them into new shit, like...
I love that. I love that so much. What a power move.
Phoenix, hi! This is Subnautica, in case you hadn't been
Check out
aware.
this alien!
We just made him! We made him a body!
We birthed him in a way.
let's not be weird about it. He was in our mind as far as his consciousness, and we transferred it to a new body. Now...
Yeah, isn't that just what birthing is?
Not quite. For now, we need to escape. We are at the deepest point of Subnautica, and we just, like, rolled straight into a Shadow Leviathan. So there we go. Get off.
Jesus.
Get off. That is the opposite. That is the high. I'm like the gaping dragon from Dark Souls, where my teeth and my belly directly opened my fucking stomach with bioluminescent acid. I'm gonna bathe you in that shit if you don't tase me off. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna do that then, because you're fucking horrifying.
Okay, thanks. Have a good day.
As I often say, horrible / incomprehensible. Have a nice day. Or have a horrible day. Yeah, it's incomprehensible. Have a horrible day. Okay, we just need to find the way out. While trying to avoid taking too many hits from Shadow Leviathans until we can escape. Or heal. Looks like this was a part of the path. Come on. Hit me! Hit me!
Get fucked. Get fucked, rib teeth.
Oh, there's the other one. Okay. Alright, now I need to not use as much bravado, and I need to actually get out. That does help me orient a little bit, though, because I think that's the pillar I was hiding behind. So I think the way out is up and to the right here. Please be right. Please be right.
Free Jack from his existential suffering.
It would be literally reaching that one sigil right there is like the 100% of this game. And then I never have to play it again. Could I play it again and just vibe with building and shit? Yes. But would I have to ever play it again? No. So look at how this shit lights up. That's cool. Okay. Okay. Looks like we're getting back to Crystal Caverns now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so we've gotten back to Crystal Caves Inner. Now we need to just find a way up from there to, like, Purple Ven or something. Or to Marguerite's base, ideally. So we're just gonna be, hugging the ceiling a little bit and trying to figure out where the cracks are.
The fissures.
The fissures of freedom. Thank you all, by the way, so much for being here, because I'm
It's
playing...
alright, man. We're all scared.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, the Shadow Leviathan was the worst thing. There's two more. I'm not done with him. There's two more up here. What are you talking about? You fibber? You fibber? There's two more. I'm about to jerk my mouse with outrage, if not for the fact that I'm steering.
Oh my god.
You're almost... Oh, almost done. Okay. How quick the tune changes.
It's gonna be okay, dude. All you gotta do is tase some more eldritch mouths and you're fucking free.
Is this a fissure upward? This feels like up. Up? Is that up? That looks like up.
Damn, Disney got in on this shit?
Fuck you. Looks like they're scared of the zappies. A little bit of electricity scares them. That's it. It's a cold comfort when they're 50% face.
Imagine how that feels, though, like, not only just getting like your
Imagine getting
stomach
tased in the mouth.
you're getting tased in like your entire digestive system, basically, like all those sensitive tissues, like agony, suffering. I would die.
Alright. We keep going up. We're halfway up by meter metric standards, right? Like, this as soon as we cross 450, because we were at like 900, 950.
Oh man.
So, halfway to the surface, we just need to get through, and this looks like purple vents. Well, I mean, to be fair, aren't the original ones also weak to the electric shock sort of thing? Oh, is this we found Marguerite's base. Yes! Oh my
fuck
god.
yeah.
Marguerite, the fucking shit show that's like a couple hundred meters below your base. I would move.
I'm sure she doesn't mind after what she's been through.
I don't know. If I showed her camera footage, I bet she would fucking fly back to the surface like that. Like, I just fucking... I mean, to be fair, the Shadow one's kind of like the Void Chelsea, like... I mean, they kind of blended the ideas together, obviously, but if the Void Chelserites are supposed to be, like, the Ghost Leviathans, I feel like the Shadow Leviathans are meant to be, like, the Reapers of this game. Especially because they just insta-kill you at 75% or lower health, where you just get the Vor animation.
Oh god. Decidedly not into that.
Decidedly not into it?
Decidedly not into it.
Are you saying you're not into Vor live on stream?
Yes, I am in fact saying that I am not into Vor live on stream.
Alright. This has been a press conference with a knife.
Clear some things up.
Out of saying oof. What is that oof for? Can you clarify? Oh my lord. Okay, well, let's put it this way. We have crossed one of the most dangerous thresholds and come back. Well, I will not clarify. That's my autumn.
Die.
Didn't die yet. Like I said, we only have to get to the phase gate, and we've actually already been to the facility, I think.
Sick.
However, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna, like, stop off along the way just to, you know, pack a few things that hypothetically I would like your girl to be able to bring with her. Yeah, because it's just like, get there, and there's no, like, there might be like a Chelserit or two, one of those ones with like the 4-pronged mouths. But aside from that, alright. So we will park below our moon pool right quick, and we're gonna prepare our faithful Swimmy Tim. You've done us so proud.
Pour one out. Swimmy Tim. Hero.
Welcome
Savior.
aboard, Captain.
Okay. So we managed to actually get a lot of stuff out. I'm gonna take the necklace that belonged to Sam. We're gonna bring our baby along for the trip.
Baby.
You're gonna go for a fucking intergalactic ride, young man.
This alien penguin is gonna see some shit.
Yep. I'm just gonna see if there's anything else of particular interest. Bring the grub boy? You think so? Okay. We'll bring the rock grub. It is like a luminescent grub. We actually saw one down there, just didn't point it out, but...
Damn, this game got babies up the wazoo.
Let me see if I can pop out the... Alright, so... just like more thematically than anything, I'm gonna have her take like all her food and water reserves, just so I can say like, hey, we took care of her real well at the end.
At the end. Needs to be specified.
At the end of the game. Well, does it need to be? I don't know. We'll leave behind the mineral scanner. The beacon we don't need anymore. We'll leave the air bladder, the habitat builder. We'll take our Prime 5 tools. And in their place, we're gonna pick up the pictures of cats and babies.
Oh, fuck
and
yeah.
then we will choose one poster. Just one. And I think this one of the quarantine enforcement platform from Subnautica 1 will be my pick. Hang in there though? Alright, fine. We'll take Hang in there as like
A classic.
yeah. So we have all the food, and like she's packed with possessions.
Ready to make a trip.
You got it. Gonna say goodbye to the home base 2. Say goodbye to Strong Arm Sam. We'll miss you guys.
Served us well.
Say goodbye to the base, the garden, the original drop pod that wasn't that great, but it served us for a long time because I couldn't find the shit to make a habitat builder. So that's okay. There's a massive glacier here. It's gonna need to be either circumvented or climbed over. Let's see. But at a depth of like, 20 meters. That's baby shit. We've been so much deeper like 20 minutes ago. And it looks like this might be the fissure to get up and into this area.
Hup.
And you can see these are actually worm flowers. They radiate,
Oh shit, that's wild.
they radiate heat and actually look towards like radiation type heat, and that way you like that's how they get it from the sun, and then they're reflected back at other heat sources like themselves typically, or you, which is beneficial.
Friendly.
Indeed. And you can see we have like a cold timer. Instead of oxygen on the surface, it's just how long until you freeze to death.
Fantastic.
However, if you stand in front of one of these flowers, it restores it.
Oh yeah.
Makes you warm.
Just some living heat lamps.
Living heat lamp. And I'm pretty sure this is the correct path for the phase gate facility. I was gonna say, Autumn, do you want in on this call? Are you good in chat? It's the very end. You good in chat? Okay.
Are you preparing to leave, Alan?
Yes, there is much to do.
Look at you, six-armed god.
Do you still wish to leave with me? Beyond this teleporter, there is no turning back.
Are you kidding? I can't pass up a chance to see where architects come from. Besides, I don't have another ride.
I do not know what we will find there. The others may be sick or angry, if they live at all.
Or you could find peace. Family.
I hope you are right. Please complete any business you still have on this planet. Join me on the other side when you are ready to leave.
Wild.
Love him.
Just one left. Alright. This is it. Journey into that green beyond. And now there's truly no turning back.
Robin, you're just in time. The phase gate is opening.
You've been hiding a phase gate here this whole time.
Only for the last millennium. It will lead us home.
No wonder you hid yourself from Altera.
It was imperative to keep the homeworld safe, in hopes that the others survived.
Yeah.
Will you help me prepare the ship? The energy masts must be moved into place.
Well, this is different.
Cybernetic augmentations!
Oh fuck yeah, we get to borrow his arms!
So what am I doing?
Where'd the masks?
Are they these things? I'm gonna stand at this pedestal down here because this looks important. Do I have to... I don't have to touch them, surely. It's... What are the controls for these things?
Alan, help!
Ah, I see. All at once. Here we go. That's cool as shit. Don't... Yep, don't fumble it. Okay. With a bit more finesse this time, perhaps.
That was... Come on, come on. Alan's watching like, damn, this bitch just nearly killed
Turn
herself.
to me and I will initiate ship assembly.
I'm sure he would have intervened if it was actually going to be real bad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The masts are in place. The energy field is ready. There is no time to lose.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Join me, Robin.
Beat me up.
Yes, sir.
Ow.
I apologize. The levitator was calibrated for heavier bodies. I would have helped you to your feet, but as you can see, I have been fully integrated with the ship.
Is this permanent?
Nothing is permanent. Are you ready to go?
Yes. I found the answers I was looking for. I'm ready to move on. I can't bring Sam back. But I know she died fighting, and I got to finish her work. I'll always carry her memory.
Good. Please brace yourself, and then we will depart.
Hang on to like a cable or something.
Can you like make us a chair?
Nope, we're bracing on these things, these upgrades.
Launching in 3,
Well-
2, 1.
I hope he packed peanuts.
Whoa there.
Hello.
Through the wormhole. And then just take a hot second.
What will we find when we get there?
If I am the last of my kind, I will experience the sorrow of 10,000 souls dimming.
And if they survived?
With you, I am ready to face whatever awaits.
Look at that.
Aww.
Achievement unlocked. Into the unknown. Yeah, Pixel.
Man, they don't let us know?
Hip hip pog. That's it. Nope.
They don't let us know. Man, that's rough.
Ambiguous ending, man. Why write it out and potentially disappoint the people who are like, man, I really want all the precursors to be dead?
Why would you want all of them to be dead?
Because if they're alive, maybe they're angry. I don't know.
Jeez.
Dot is like, Subnautica 3. Subnautica 3. Much more chill as far as a final vibe than the fucking breakdown dance party that is the credits music of Subnautica 1. I think everyone knows that, even from speedruns. It's like, hot damn. But, oh my goodness, guys. Subnautica, below zero, 100%.
Woo!
We are gonna hold escape to exit this, and we'll see what happens. If we hit play, where does this dump us? Oh, that brings us back to the Marguerite save. Okay. That's fine. In an interview earlier this year, the devs told us it's likely they'll eventually return to Subnautica, and that such a sequel would be an opportunity for them to rethink multiplayer. Subnautica
Oh, God.
multiplayer mod?
Okay, but like, let me avatar into one of those fucking precursors, though. I'll do multiplayer if only I can be that.
Alright. So it gives me great pleasure to finally add Subnautica Below Zero to the 100% cleared. And it gets to be removed from the new stream candidates. And we will just take a peek at something here. 52. So Subnautica Below Zero is perfected game number 52. Also, shout out to another new game that I'll definitely be playing with friends, Risk of Rain 2. At the very least, let me see who has them. I know Cass does, Toxin has it, who's played it recently. Tom did. He highly recommends it. J-Shag has it. Carr has it. Professional. And just Autumn has it as well. Nice. And yeah, Autumn has that. And honestly, I might ask you to play Risk of Rain just so I can learn the fucking ropes before the 24-hour stream, because that's going to be on from, I think it's the 8th to the 9th is what I was going to do that for. So,
Something like that.
Yep, and that's going to be fun. But at any rate, yeah. So we're going to turn this off as far as the display capture. So for Stardew, I think I'm done with Stardew for a little bit. I'm going to kind of chill out in regards to, I've been just constantly making money. When I can actually get some more golden walnuts and all that stuff, maybe it'll be more interesting, but I think we can put that on the back burner. So Stardew is on like a pause-ish
Hiatus.
We finished Witcher 3 to my immense pleasure. We have already also finished Subnautica Below Zero, and so now we have just 11 games in the new stream category. And I'll kind of show that off just a little bit because Autumn is here as well. Forgotten City is there. I haven't forgotten. Tales from the Borderlands is there, much to Autumn's chagrin. She cringes every time I even bring up this game. What
is that?
It is the Borderlands, but it is the Borderlands game that is like the Telltale Games version. People who are behind like The Walking Dead.
I know that much. That's why I had asked you, like, if it was like one of the good or bad Telltale games.
And I'll be honest, I straight up don't remember. Like, I've been told that it's pretty good, especially because they can lean on the Borderlands backdrop a lot, but the characters are, if I remember right, pretty good. Like I said, it's just been so long, genuinely. I put it at the bottom of Telltale, but I mean, hey, that's me. I mean, Minecraft story mode exists. Are you telling me that it's worse than Minecraft story mode? If you want to say that, you need to comment. Okay, yeah, well, that is worse. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's that. As a side note, and I
don't even consider that a game.
It was actually Greed while I was chatting with Sneaky yesterday, and I was in stream with them, that he offered to play Borderlands 2 for 100% completion, so I'll probably call on you for the same time, Autumn, when that's happening, and anyone else who wants to reliably play. We will probably be doing that, just to try and like get some characters probably up to level 50 and blitz through Chivos. So that'll be good. And then I have Red Strings Club. I have Shovel Knight, which I might actually dip in a little bit to tonight, because that's like a nice, quick thing. It's easy to take small bites of Shovel Knight, whereas Yakuza, you gotta sit in for like an 8-course meal with like 7 different eccentric desserts on top of it. So, I don't know about that. And Vampire I will begin at a special point, and I know when it's gonna come, but probably.
Why are you saying it like that?
Saying what?
Saying it like vampire instead of vampire.
Because there's a Y.
Yeah, but like that's just how it was written before. The pronunciation didn't like.
Well, there's no E for pyre, so it's vampire with the short E.
All right. I won't go.
Does this bother you? Does this bother you?
I won't go prescriptivist on it. No.
Forgotten. Well, you know what? While Autumn's here, Maybe we'll just start up Forgotten City and just, like, take a peek. Why not just
This is
take...
the Skyrim mod that became a game?
I think so. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna do that. Play.
Well, if you're gonna hop into that, I think I'll just go ahead and dip from the call. Plus, I wanna make dinner.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
fair.
leftover turkey that I want to heat up and eat.
Very fair. Alright.
I'll still watch though, as long as it holds my interest.
Alright, Unreal. All good games are made in Unreal Engine. Let's see what this shit is about. Please help us avoid spoilers. Dear content creators, as you'll discover, this game is full of intrigue and plot twists. Please give your audience a spoiler warning before sharing content from beyond the white hallway, so that interested players can fully enjoy the experience themselves if they wish to. Okay. Oh, Anaya, you gotta... Your voice is fine. Also, spoiler warning if anyone cares for it. Mystery adventure with multiple endings. It rewards thoughtful conversation and exploration, not brute force. The fate of the city is in your hands. You're calling me? Okay. Beep boop bop. You're...
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
One sec, Discord breaking. Okay. Call me back when your Discord is functional. I guess I'll choose this. Oh, oh, can I go back maybe? Yeah, this is fine.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Alright, she started to call again. Hello? Your mic is on, but I heard you for like a split second.
Do you hear me?
There you go.
Alright.
Alright, little Discord stream for you.
So that kind of determines like how you start. So it gives you a different bonus based on like what you pick. Like if you have like the archaeology one, it gives you like a little bit more insight when you're looking at things.
And
it gives you like unique dialogue options. The covert mission gives you a gun.
Yeah.
But you only get 10 bullets and they don't regenerate when you loop through time.
I'm gonna go for archaeologists looking through the 4 of these, just because...
Yeah, that was the one I picked through my first playthrough.
You're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's
Heads
no
up,
way
make
I'm
sure to
leaving without
talk to
him.
her through all the
So I'm
dialogue
just kind of
options.
stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Mind if I ask some questions
Oh.
first?
Of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
So, first off, where are we?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Okay. So, what's your story?
There's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
Now you're gonna tell me your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
I'd really like to know.
All
It's
right,
funny.
Fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Well, thank you for saving my life, Karen.
All those Karen memes.
Uh,
I always
you're
love that it
welcome.
gives you the option.
Always happy to help. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Can I zip through again and talk about the Karen meme?
Oh, there's not. Oh,
None of the other options are really important, and that one is
all
important for the story, though.
right.
Knowing her name.
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
So about that, who is Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
So what can you tell me about the ruins?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts.
Al?
Al?
Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Oh, okay. That's all the questions I had, I guess.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
She's very hooked on Al.
Alright, I'm in.
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Flashlight. Heavy duty, battery powered flashlight. So you can drag and inspect items like this. There's a lot of things that like a flashlight of this order could hide. If I ever needed to, say, investigate.
Investigate.
Yep. So, anywho. Yeah, I can absolutely imagine the fucking Skyrim roast potato skin on like you know the one.
I know exactly what you're talking about. No, I mean, honestly, for a game that started as a Skyrim mod, though, this game is gorgeous.
Yeah, I want to kind of look out just over some stuff. I can't help but imagine it being in Skyrim, but all the same, it has its own unique prettiness.
It has the vibes. Honestly.
Alright. So, it looks like there might be a note or something on this door. Let's see. Oh, and there's a backpack. Full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Seems strange Al left behind. Is Kato having a squeaky?
He is. Hey, what are you doing?
That's okay. It's adorable.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten. All knowledge of it lost, except the Latin inscription here. It reads, You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place. Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? The people have survived down there, against the odds. It seems there's only one way to find out.
But this game was made by
If I'm
only
not back
3
in an
people.
hour, I'm somewhere on the other side.
So it's like,
Consider this
I don't know, I find it
invitation.
amazing.
or a warning. Alworth.
Elworth. I'm just gonna check around the entrance of the ruins. Seems like there's nothing worth investigating, so. Oh, but bit of lag. Oh, it's trying to tip me in, but it lags. It literally lags so hard that. All right, fine.
You're like, alright, I guess.
We also have a breath meter. All right. Find the entrance. I would like to investigate with this flashlight, though we probably just dunked it in water. So.
I think it's like 1 or 2.
3.
There you go. I like how Kato and Pinto have both been fine all day, and the moment I'm like talking on a call or something, Kato grabs the squeaky toy and Pinto starts rioting.
I mean, to be fair, I don't hear Pinto thumping. I just hear the squeaky.
He's trying to tip his litter box. And then Kato is viciously picking his one squeaky toy to play with. Even though we have like 800 other toys, isn't that right?
A whisper of "Who are you?" from seemingly nowhere. I wonder if I'm gonna have to fight in any capacity, because the many shall suffer for the sins of the one. If I'm gonna take anything off that plaque, it would probably be just like, don't be greedy. But whether
I don't want to give too many spoilers.
But that's just one of those things that, like, you know, I'm just saying my thoughts in that regard.
Yeah.
Young woman looks like she was begging for her life. Yeah, I have to give my thoughts on the whole thing. I know that you can't react, but too much. But
Oh yeah, no. I mean, the whole premise and message of the game are gorgeous, even from start to finish, and it does a very good job of not explaining too much and letting you figure out on your own.
Okay, it's recommending subtly that I quick save. I'm just waiting for, like, the original Skyrim theme to just, like...
The combat theme?
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
It's like climbing High Hrothgar and having a troll jump down at you.
Yep. Warrior, take this iron axe.
Shouldn't have come here.
Should have come here! Whoa. Golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al, but how's that possible?
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. Find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Begging the gods for mercy. Wow. I've just been going through a lot of temporal portals like
Every game has portals.
like every game goes through the wormhole. Doorway into the past. Okay. Hello, sir.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Why are you speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine? Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you?
I love
One more
Glorious.
time. Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine? No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here. We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March? It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from, exactly?
65 CE. Gotcha.
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
What's the law?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Alright, lead the way.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice
Auto follow. I love it.
That is the
Only
best
23
part
of
of
us
this
at the
game.
moment, if you count the 3 who are missing.
I won't even lie, like, I wish
Since
any other
nobody
game
knows
would
a way
integrate
out.
this.
But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's, it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Ah, that one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Ah, don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... well, you know, I don't know what happened to her.
Don't steal anything. Don't hurt anyone. Don't. So that's got to be part of the golden rule.
Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
What's this about?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the golden rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
Alright, lead the way.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Assassin Jack.
A curious name.
Such a friendly name.
Curious accent. But I
Assassin,
digress.
where?
I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure.
Okay.
Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's beautiful.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
I can't say that I have.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions.
I see what goes on
here. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Okay. So, this is very helpful for a couple reasons. Like, above and beyond what I'm about to ask, I know that, hey, this magistrate is aware of what the shrine does, that I've come from the future. Maybe there's several points in the future where people have come to the shrine. And he is taking me as like a divine omen, which probably will be true. Like, probably the Golden Rule will be activated if I, like, in the style of Life and Suffering of Sir Bronte, if I kind of fuck around for long enough, I'm still gonna die because I'll have pissed off someone.
If you fuck around, you'll find out.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. So, that's a lot of top knowledge, but let's see, what counts as a sin here?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
That makes sense to me, or very long-winded paragraph.
Yeah. I mean, the second one does kind of have a point, but like...
But like, right now...
I don't know if it's the right call for right now.
I'm glad you agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Like that barkeeper woman.
Treacherous!
What'd you mean when you said Proserpina?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
You're right, I'm from 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
We'd all been turned into golden statues.
I have imagined it, our downfall 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
How's the ritual
All I
work?
can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I did see human remains.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll certainly try. I'll do my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
So now would be a good time to point out as well, you do retain your knowledge every time it resets.
Yep.
So it's a lot like the Skyrim mod version of it, whereas if you have to reset, you keep the knowledge you gained from the previous sets, so that can help you make decisions. You can also keep you keep items too. So if you get something in one time, it can be used for later on.
Gotcha.
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though. Unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore?
Yep.
What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
I'm gonna say fair enough. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this with a fresh pair of eyes. It says these questions will be available later, so I can ask him again later.
Yeah, you can always come back and talk to him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say fair enough. Let's go at this blind.
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. And let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Well, no, actually, because the thing is that the causality loop collapses in that point, because if I never could have come back to the past, then I never could have affected things, at which point it snaps back to the original timeline.
Now you're thinking too far into it.
Am I, though? It's like literally the next step.
You kind of have a point, because it's kind of like it's always, oh, the events of the past affect the future, so like what happens if all the way back in 65 CE these people, you know, didn't die? I feel like that would send like a tumbling effect.
Like, thank you, and like, it's just one of those things where this point specifically of like, I can understand why the guy would have hung himself now is like, there's no way back. And there might not be a way back. But I'm also very interested about that whispering voice we're hearing, because that's coming from somewhere. But I'm just going to say I think so. And that's all the questions I have.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule?
What if I just told him, nah?
I'm all set, like, sorry, it's not my problem.
Yeah. Alright. So, I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city. Talk to everyone. Help them, if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
I'll get started.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
I'll get right on it. Alright. You can hit tab, check your quest journal. So, I've traveled thousands of years into the past to the first Roman Empire. This is not the rise of the Roman Empire in 1500. This is like 65
This is the
CE.
start.
Yes. So, according to Sentius, I'll be flung back to my own time if I can create a paradox. I'll need to change history in a way that'll make my being in the past impossible. For example, Sentius says, if I prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, then he'll never create the portal and it'll be impossible for me to be in the past. And you have to... It seems that everyone in the city is going to die because of one person breaking the golden rule. You need to figure out who it is. To that end, Sentius asked me to talk to everyone and help them if it'll win their trust. He also authorized me to help enter their homes, inspect their possessions, and document if necessary. Speaking of which... Nope, never mind. It's like... Oh, note from Scintilla. Expresses gratitude to Sentius for adopting her. I love the TLDR!
Yeah, it's honestly, the TLDR is really good, and I don't think there's any point in the game where you need to know the specifics of it, because it also, when you read something and pick up information, it'll store that information so you can use it.
Yep. God, there's so many quality of life things. Auto-follow, like TLDR.
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
Hi.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here?
I don't
Why
like
are you
her.
dressed like
She's
that?
very rude.
I am not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
What do you think about the golden rule?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
So your sister's missing.
Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
Well, at least we know blasphemy doesn't break the golden rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
We'll find out sooner or later.
I suppose we will.
No way out of here?
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
When did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
She was seeing someone.
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why couldn't it have been a her?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Your father didn't mention this. Any idea why?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
Is it possible her lover was involved?
I don't know. But it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Sentia, Scintilla. Names all
You
very
really
similar.
aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla.
And you look surprisingly relaxed about your sister's disappearance.
Why? Because I'm on this
Lounging,
couch, not
like,
pacing
you
about
know.
the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
I think you might know something you're not telling me.
Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Quite an inverse reaction there.
Ave.
Ave. True to Kaiser. I literally can't not at this point.
I'm sorry, I just like I don't know why it was so funny.
What were you two talking about?
Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
He wasn't trying to buy my vote.
What? You're throwing your lot in with him for free then? That's even worse. Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
I wasn't thinking of interfering, but now I am.
How to cause trouble 101.
I don't want any trouble. Let's try that.
Good. Then stay out of it.
Do you mind if I ask some questions?
Can't hurt.
So what's your story?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Why are you dressed like a gladiator?
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
Fair enough.
He's got a point.
What do you think about the golden rule?
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
How's he gonna do that?
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
Sounds great. Can I help in some way?
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Malleolus, of course. If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us?
I like his accent.
Kind of also correctly inflected by the metal tin of his nice little hat there.
Yeah.
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
I'd like to meet Malleolus.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
Afford what?
I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
What do you want specifically?
Dunno. Something good.
Is soliciting bribes a sin?
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute. To me, your soon-to-be patron.
I'll see what I can do.
Just make it good.
I'll be going now.
Whatever. Just remember,
Such a
I'll
pleasant
be
name.
watching.
Senatus and Malleolus. Same excrement, different smell. Huh. Very insightful for graffiti.
Hey! You're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Oh. Not really, no. Well, yes. Okay, what about yes, why?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal? Ugh. Why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body.
You know, I just noticed it's
Sprawled
kind of
out
funny
on the
when he
ground.
talks. You can see the helmet.
Hunched
move.
over him was something
Yep,
that made
you
my
can see
blood
like
run cold.
the jiggle of like the base layer,
No word of a
and then
lie.
like the top
Yeah.
layer.
I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal.
Wouldn't that have broken the golden rule?
If it was a man, maybe. But I swear on my life this was no man. More like a Strix. Or some Versipalus that feeds on human flesh. I didn't stick around to see which.
What'd you do?
What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
I'm still going down there.
Without a weapon? Well, it's your funeral.
Am I allowed to like hard save?
Yeah, you can.
Alright. Let's go down there. Let's see what's what.
You gotta hit a load screen real quick.
Yep. At the very least, the loads are integrated. Kind of like, they're closer to Oblivion's a little bit.
Take a breath. I highly recommend it. Yeah, you can't get rid of him without a weapon, so. You can just kick him for eternity if you want.
Yeah. Just kick him in the water.
I don't know if you can. I never actually tried that. I'm gonna be kind of impressed if this works, though. I won't lie.
I was gonna say, it's like, there's no part of this that isn't working. Even if I, like... Yeah, like, get him up here. He doesn't want to move laterally too much. Just, like,
Let him
longitudinally.
try and hit you once you're, like, next to the water. You know what I mean?
But what if he
like,
hits me
turn
in the water?
No, hit, go at the wall and have him, like, turn to you. Because it looks like it kicks him back.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so, like... Oh,
Hi, Raging.
he
Oh, I
changed
kicked him
his
so
mind.
many... I kicked him so many times, he's like, nah,
I
I don't
know what
want
he
it.
wants to do. I think he's broken.
He just ran out over the water. Is the
Oh,
water
here he
over, like-
comes. He's coming back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Help me. Kill me. Kill me.
Lunar pendant.
Kill
There's a Latin inscription on the back which says Sen dia def. Is that senator?
I don't know.
Also, I got 256 gold, I would presume. It was SENDIADEF, which implies to me it would be senator and then probably a name.
Help me.
Okay, you just literally kick him around.
Yeah. Why would I not?
The poor guy. You just kick him out of the way, and that's it. Like,
yeah, a human-like creature splattered in gold, crushed to death while entering the cistern from the cave beyond. I mean, literally, I don't have a weapon, so I, like, just put a boot to his chest. If he's not going to seriously hurt me, then, yeah. The 4 of arrows. So I've got, hang on, inventory, denarius, or denari, coins of silver, flashlight, inscribed stone tablet. Okay, so this was Alworth. So he was the guy. Lunar pendant. Sen dia df on the back. Or Sen dia def.
maybe try throwing it to Sentia? I never figured out what to do with that. I'll be honest with you.
And fletched arrows. Can I get up here? Nope. Well, I mean, let's keep looking for a hot minute. I mean, I'll be honest, it's just a skeleton. Like,
Listen, I'm not even kidding. I saw one of these guys at a different point in the game. And I hadn't seen him prior, and I'm not even kidding. I was in a call with Michael, and I screamed.
it made me jump just like a little bit when it was so close around the corner.
I mean, it was like... It started doing that run thing.
Yep.
It was around a bunch of the normal gold statues, so I'm like, oh, you know, what's that? That one's just kind of weird. And all of a sudden it started charging me, and I just screamed.
You can reliably hear the whisper around this woman with a gold statue. Who...
Let me die.
It's interesting, because it's clear that the golden rule is meant to, like, at least based on how other people are describing it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave at this rate, because I don't think there's anything else.
There's not too much you can do down here at this point yet.
Yeah, and that and Anaya summed it up pretty beautifully. It's like, has the golden rule already been broken? And like maybe the whispered person is like the soul of whoever, like, you know, already got done in. It's possible.
I mean, if you want an example of what happens if you break the golden rule, you could steal something.
Why does that feel like you're goading me into an instant death achievement?
I don't know if there's an instant death achievement. I know there's a loop through time once achievement. There is also a complete the game with a minimum number of loops, and there is a complete the game without looping once, but that one's only if... Spoiler alert, if you have the gun.
Right.
Anonymous...
Anonymous friend to Octavia, may the Lord bless you. Could not risk discussing this with you in person. You may not be able to worship openly here, but know that you're not alone. If you ever feel like you need somewhere to pray, there's a special place waiting for you deep in the caves beyond the theater. Turn right at the first fork, right again at the second. Alright, so we'll leave that. So, double make sure I save. We're going to steal.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
So statues come to life and will start shooting you.
Okay. Back to the past again. Looper.
Salve.
I'm Assassin Jack. We've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to take me to see Senju so you can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem, I have to
and
go.
since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Zipline handlebar. Okay.
So you can now travel across the zip line instead of across the city.
If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And
Appreciate
if
it.
it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself.
Ooh.
But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks,
All
we're
right.
going now.
See.
See, the thing is,
Michael...
I was tempted to, like, load the save again, but on the other hand, zipline.
Yeah, so you get more knowledge and more things the longer you play, and besides not getting the achievements in your first runs, you're not losing anything by resetting. But I'd recommend, obviously, playing through the game the first time, getting to know where everything is, so you can get those quote-unquote speedrunner achievements.
Yeah. I'm gonna save here. And I'm gonna call it for the evening, because it's already been about an hour. I think an hour and 15 or an hour and a half with this little game here. This is interesting.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, I mean, for a game that spawned from nothing but a Skyrim mod and is made by 3 people, and I got, I don't know, I'd say probably about 10 hours of gameplay out of it. It's
Very
a really
nice.
good game for 3 people.
It's just one of those things where, like, especially for my thing, I feel like I would want to space out, like, how much of the talkie points have been happening.
Yeah.
Because
It's
right now, aside from the very funny point of just kicking a skeleton around, you know, it's been largely, like, the talking part of Skyrim, which I'll be honest,
Yeah.
of Skyrim, that was, like, the weakest part.
Yeah.
But I don't want to knock this game necessarily because, like, you know, there's still a lot of interesting shit that could happen. You mentioned weapons. We got a zip line. Like, obviously, they've been adding great quality of life stuff. The Golden Rule is also interesting, but also the fact that anytime anyone triggers the Golden Rule, Seth just fucking books it to the temple is fucking to complete the causality loop. But
So if it's any kind of, like, consolation, too, I know it mentioned, like, oh, someone's gonna break the Golden Rule. There's only 2 things that can trigger it, and you have to do a whole bunch of things for it to trigger. So you're not gonna be in the middle of a gameplay, you know, if you're taking your time and all of a sudden it'll trigger and ruin everything.
Mhm.
There's 2 very specific things that have to happen, so you don't have to worry about it just randomly happening. Or unless, you know, of course, you trigger it, too.
True enough. But
So-
we've learned 2 things that don't and 1 that does. So stealing, definitely, right? But however, acts of, like, vocal blasphemy and, you know, at least insinuating bribery. If actual bribery happens, we don't know if that's gonna, like, if, like, the actual exchange does anything. It might not. But we've definitely learned that talking about bribery and cursing the gods does not trigger the Golden Rule. So, yeah. With that said, thank you very much for joining me, Autumn, for the end of Subnautica and the start of Forgotten City.
Yeah, I mean, it's always enjoyable. Plus, if you ever want to play this game again and talk, just let me know. I love this game so much.
Not a problem. Might hit you up for... I'm going to reach out after the call's done to that guy for Borderlands 2, so that might be a thing.
All right.
If you want to install it overnight.
Yeah, I think I still have it installed, but I'll take a look. So, yeah, thank you.
You got it. But
right, have a good night, Jack.
Have a good night. Thank you, Autumn. And also thank you, Anaya. And thank you, everyone, Mao and Pixel, for dropping in. Boy, howdy, this was a lot. We put one game on hiatus, one game's 100%ed, and started the most interesting Skyrim mod I've ever seen. I will definitely come back to it. The speed at which I am doing these sessions might be like I come back to it for an hour or two and then I go to another game, because there's only so much talking I can do before my brain wants to kill something. And that breaks the golden rule, apparently. So, yeah. But you guys have yourselves a good night. As far as tomorrow's concerned, I'll be having dinner, so I don't know if we're actually doing Danga or anything like that. We'll see. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.